Hello and welcome. It's a little bit of a different one this week from me. Normally I'm up at the Peak District with my dog, getting wet through and cold. And yeah, but time's a little bit different out there at the moment with this Cody situation. So I've had 2 weeks off to myself. So I've been looking online and I thought I'd do a little bit of bubble photography. If you've seen the thumbnails, that's probably why you've clicked on this video, to see how I've managed to do it. So yeah, let's get on with it then, shall we? My setup, I've got two soft boxes, one at the top and one at the side. Got a black background, is what you'd normally do. My camera's a Fuji X-T1 and I've got some really old vintage lenses that I've used. I haven't got a macro lens, but for this type of photography I don't really think that you need a dedicated macro one. This is a 50mm, Minolta lens with a 2x converter on it. That works just fine. I've got just synced up to my flashes. I'm on f8 at 200ths of a second. That seems to work pretty well for me. Now what I found is that if you have a big vessel like that with a big opening, you don't get the full bubble in. I think the bigger the vessel, the less of the full circle of the bubble that you get. So I've opted for a tiny little vessel, lid off of some product in the bathroom. I don't really know what it was, but yeah. And what I found is that if you use cold water and it's really still where you're doing it, is that when it kind of degrades, when you get all the colours, it forms lines like a rainbow, which is not really what you want. Then I started blowing it to get it to swirl around a bit more, but then the bubble will just burst. So what I found is, top tip for you all, is to use hot water, because hot air rises when you form the bubble. The hot air from actually your vessel goes into the bubble and it swirls it all around, which obviously is what you want. And the other thing to be aware of is that it sounds strange, but you're not actually taking a photograph of the bubble, you're actually taking a photograph of the reflections inside the bubble with the two soft boxes. Now for a bubble like this, I'm getting 4 reflections. I'm getting 2 at the top and then 2 at the bottom. And the 2 at the bottom are more at the back of the bubble, so you've got to be really careful when you're focusing to try to get happy medium of them both. The first images that I was getting, it was either the top was really sharp or the back was really sharp. I use some fluorescent lights in the shed, and that helps me to focus inside the bubble with the focusing. So yeah, I've done a short video of a bubble forming, so I'll run that now so you can actually see what happens to the bubble. What I will say is it really is quite critical as the ratio of washing up liquid to the water that you do. I don't really know what it is. I've spent hours and hours altering it slightly, but I've just found a quite good mixture at the moment which seems to work. Now what I've noticed is that the action only happens at the very end of the bubble's life. That's when it all starts, the oils and that start to move around inside the bubble. So I thought I'd try to show you how I form the bubble. Now I use a bendy straw like that, which is really quite helpful as you can just pull it up almost straight. Now the thing is to start blowing and then to pull up with the bubble that's formed. And I found that if you get any bubbles around the actual main bubble, it just degrades too quickly. So you want a nice clean bubble. So here we go, try and do one. Rightio, there you go. And here we have it, folks, the mighty bubble. If you've managed to get this far, well done. It really is quite tricky, and to get the bubble to stay for as long as it needs to be able for these colours to come through, it really does take some patience. This bubble was active for about 3 minutes 20, and it's only the last 30 seconds that it actually starts to show the colours. And as you can see now, it's absolutely stunning. Even just to watch it, it really is. There you go, absolutely spectacular, absolutely superb. You just wouldn't believe that was just a simple bubble with fairy washing up liquid. So after this short little video of the bubble, I've just got a few images that I've taken, and that'll be it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's going to save you a little bit of time if you decide to do it with a few of the tips that I've given you. So yeah, stay safe everybody, enjoy, good luck.